2 days after one of the most serious security breaches concerning the Prime Minister of this country, things have escalated to another level entirely. And it came via India's Solicitor General, basically the lawyer to the central government. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta today in the morning told the Supreme Court that banned organization Seeks for Justice has made a public call for action against the Prime Minister during his Punjab visit, likening it to an assassination call. The Solicitor General further said that this could potentially be an incident of international terrorism, mincing no words, actually using the phrase international terrorism in India's top court. In fact, the Solicitor General argued that the inquiry into the Prime Minister's security breach case should not be investigated by a state inquiry committee, and that it was a deliberate attempt to overreach the judicial process. The Solicitor General has argued the presence of an NIA officer is absolutely necessary. The National Investigation Agency, as you know, is the top terror investigation body. The bench was headed by Chief Justice N.V. Ramana, Justice Surya Kant, and Hema Kohli. The public interest litigation into this matter has sought accountability, and a court-monitored inquiry into the security arrangements by the Punjab police provided to the Prime Minister. It also seeks measures to ensure that such lapses never happen in the future. The Solicitor General's claims come after Seeks for Justice Chief Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, basically a terrorist, made very provocative remarks ahead of the Prime Minister's visit to Punjab. SJW is a fringe Khalistani outfit based abroad. Pannu said that Punjab citizens must protest against Prime Minister Modi and that they must not listen to the government. He also said that protesters must show a shoe and would be handed out $100,000 if they did so.
जनवरी ਨੂੰ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮੰਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਵਿਰੋਧ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਾਲਿਓ ਵਿਰੋਧ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਤੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਦੀ ਈਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਨਦਾ 5 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਚਾਹੇ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰ ਹੈ ਚਾਹੇ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਦਾ ਕਰਮਚਾਰੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੁੱਤੀ ਵਿਖਾਓ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੂ
And remember, the only reason we are showing you a small excerpt of that inflammatory content from Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, the Khalistani terrorist of the Sikhs for Justice formation, is because of the context in which these things have been said. Now, this comment from Pannu comes just a day after the Bharatiya Kisan Union Krantikari leader Surjit Singh Phool had claimed responsibility for this lapse. They'd actually indulged in chest thumping over the successful blockade to the Prime Minister's convoy. Listen.
ਕਿਹੜਾ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਫਸਰ ਸੀ ਜਿਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ
ਐਸਐਸਪੀ ਫਿਰੋਜ਼ਪੁਰ ਸੀਗੇ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਆਖਿਆ ਆਪਣਾ ਐਸਐਸਪੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਐ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਲੱਫ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਆਪਦਾ ਬਾਈ 에ਅਰ ਆਊਗਾ ਹੈਲੀਪੈਡ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ
Now remember that fringe Khalistani elements have been trying desperately for years on the back of the farmers' protest and now on the back of what has happened in Punjab to try and revive the completely dead, decrepit, discredited, completely finished Khalistani movement. If it even had any kind of potency at one point of time, it is so desperate right now to try and revive itself that it's actually laughable. However, since it is a security situation and it is being funded and backed by elements in Pakistan, including the ISI, desperate to foment trouble here, internal security-wise in India, and pointed directly at the Prime Minister, we have to put a spotlight on it. There is a Khalistani link to this anti-Prime Minister protest, is what is being suggested. The Sikhs for Justice has provoked Sikh youth against the BJP government. The SFJ has turned Sikh youth against Prime Minister Modi and lured Sikh youth, using money, using international wire transfers, and BJP leaders, it is suggested, were targets of the Sikhs for Justice. Kamaljeet Sandhu, who tracks internal security, the Home Ministry and Internal Affairs for India Today, is with us live. She was one of the first journalists near the spot where this lapse had taken place. Kamaljeet, thanks for being with me. seeks for justice in the spotlight at this point of time. They keep popping up, Kamal, at regular intervals with very, very provocative and inflammatory comments from Gurpatwant Singh Pannu. What are the investigative agencies making out of the comments made by this terrorist in the context of this security lapse?
Well, this is a professional security lapse. The other part is that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi faces both operational as well as positional threat. So he has threats from all the Kashmiri terror groups, from Khalistani groups, from LWE. So yes, he has a heightened sense of threat. And India Today has exclusively access to page letter which clearly says that these threats were shared with Punjab police, and leaving them with a little red face as well as an embarrassment is that they could not secure the road route. Now, this is a major point of contention where Punjab police and central agencies seem to be in a massive blame game as to who is really responsible for the security lapse. Meanwhile, we've spoken to some of the security experts who believe perhaps all agencies are involved. But yes, the main responsibility lied with Punjab police because they were supposed to secure the road route. The fact that he made a 111-kilometer journey and short of 30 kilometers from Hussainiwala, his convoy was stuck and in a vulnerable position on top of the flyover. And keeping him there for 15 minutes itself is a very costly lapse. The international border is not too far away. So in a sense, it does seem that Khalistani groups, and we've seen, Shiv, you've seen in the past few months, we've seen IEDs go off, we've seen Ludhiana blast take place, we've seen tiffin bombs being discovered. In that particular sense, this is a vulnerable state. It is next to the border. All these security concerns at the highest level should have been taken. But it does seem that the concentration of Punjab police seemed to be more on the Prime Minister's rally, where they anticipated he would leave via chopper and reach there. But the other part is about the farmers' protest. In the wake of these particular protests, where the 9 farm unions had already announced, remember, they took it lightly. There was no force used to evict those farmers from the road route. That should have been done right away. That kind of delayed the entire procedure, also ensured that the Prime Minister got stuck and has left Punjab police red-faced.
Very, very interesting and rapidly paced developments. Kamaljeet, putting that into context for us, the Khalistan angle cannot be ignored right now, and no less than the Solicitor General has invoked this entire angle in the country's top court. Kamal, we leave it there for the moment. Thanks very much. Keep tracking that story. We'll keep coming back to you. Kamal and her team will bring us the very latest from the investigation. But on the sidelines, parallel to this extremely serious investigation, is the politics, because after all, no matter what you do, this is poll-bound Punjab, and elections are in the air, whether you like it or not. Now, the politics over the security breach over the Prime Minister's convoy has only increased hour on hour. It is a BJP-led centre versus a Punjab government led by the Congress over this lapse, and it is proving to be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to extricate the politics from an obvious security situation. Leading the Punjab government's attack, Punjab Congress chief in the state, Navjot Singh Sidhu, has taken on the Modi government, saying that was it just the Punjab police's responsibility to secure the Prime Minister? Where was the Intelligence Bureau? Where was the RAW and other intelligence and central agencies? Sidhu has also taken a direct jibe at the BJP, saying that the entire incident was an attempt to avoid humiliation due to less crowd at the Prime Minister's scheduled rally. This is something that the BJP has refuted with imagery. The centre was quick to hit back at the Punjab government's claims. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has attacked the Congress, stating that the party high command, that is the Gandhis, were to blame for the entire incident. Rahul Gandhi is currently abroad. The Prime Minister, the Punjab BJP in charge, further said the country has already lost 2 prime ministers, one of them a sitting prime minister, over terrorist incidents, and that it is the responsibility of the Election Commission to ensure that the Punjab elections are conducted in a free and fair manner. Remember, the most agenda-setting, viral and talked about interview amidst all of this politics is India Today's interview with Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi on the Prime Minister security breach. Listen in, and this will make a lot of sense given the politics that's exploding around the situation.
प्रधानमंत्री की सुरक्षा क्या पंजाब की पुलिस तक सीमित है? क्या उसमें आईबी, रॉ, सेंट्रल एजेंसीज, मैं किन किन के नाम लूं, हजारों लोग उसमें लगे होते। जब कोई ऐसा प्लान ही नहीं था कि वो सड़क से जाएंगे, तो यकायक ये प्लान कैसे बदला? और अगर बदला तो ये बहुत साफ है कि वो इस ह्यूमिलिएशन से बचना चाहते थे कि जो बीजेपी का कंप्लीट फेलियर, दे वर लाइक अ बस्ट बलून, इस बात को अवॉइड करने के लिए उन्होंने ये बहाना रचा है कि ये बड़ी सफाई से ह्यूमिलिएशन को बचाने का एक प्रयास है, क्योंकि आज तक इतिहास में ऐसा हुआ नहीं होगा कि 70,000 कुर्सियों पे 500 बंदों को हिंदुस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री एड्रेस करे। एक फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर तो बेशर्म हो सकता है कि खाली कुर्सियों को वो एड्रेस कर रहा था।
रास्ते के क्लियरेंस दी गई थी, इसको भी कोई अस्वीकार नहीं कर सकता। रास्ता क्लियर करना और सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करना, ये एज पर ब्लू बुक जो है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का दायित्व था, इसको भी कोई इनकार नहीं कर सकता। मुझे लगता है कि चीज़ें सब स्पष्ट हैं। पंजाब की सरकार और सरकार जिनके इशारों पर काम कर रही थी, वो कांग्रेस आलाकमान, इस पाप के बोझ से कभी मुक्त नहीं हो पाएंगे। देश की नज़रों में, देश की जनता, सामान्य मानवी के नज़रों में प्रधानमंत्री जैसी संस्था, और जिस देश ने 2-2 प्रधानमंत्री इस तरह से खोए हैं, उस देश की जनता कभी इस कृत्य के लिए माफ़ तो नहीं करेगी।
जो फिरोजपुर में घटना घटी पंजाब के अंदर, वो संजोग नहीं था, वो साजिश था, और साजिश संजोग नहीं, और ये साजिश था, हत्या की साजिश थी।
ये जांच का विषय है, लेकिन बहुत बड़े तथ्य जो प्राइमरी रूप से निकल कर आते हैं, उसमें पंजाब पुलिस, पंजाब सरकार और कांग्रेस के इशारे पर प्रधानमंत्री जी की सुरक्षा के साथ खिलवाड़ किया गया। असली चेहरा तो कोई और है, असली चेहरा तो कांग्रेस पार्टी, असली चेहरा तो सोनिया और राहुल है। उनको ये नहीं पच रहा है कि आखिर मोदी जी की लोकप्रियता इतनी कैसे बढ़ रही है।
लास्ट मोमेंट पे उतरकर प्रोग्राम बना के अब गाड़ी में जाएंगे। जब रास्ते में जा रहे थे तो लगभग 12 किलोमीटर आगे पता चला, 1 किलोमीटर जब रह गया था वो रास्ता, कि एकदम आकर कोई कुछ 5-10 बंदे सड़क पर आकर, सुनो, 10 बंदे सड़क पर आकर बैठ गए, ट्राली लगाकर। 1 किलोमीटर पहले पता चल गया, 1 किलोमीटर पहले उनकी गाड़ियां रोक ली गई, वापस मोड़ दी गई। तो इसमें रक्षा का क्या प्रोग्राम आ गया? खतरा कहाँ है इसमें? इसमें कहाँ है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी की गाड़ी के नजदीक 1 किलोमीटर तक भी कोई आया? एक्चुअली क्या बात है, वहाँ रैली रखी गई थी, 70,000 कुर्सी लगा दी, 700 बंदा पहुंचा, खाली कुर्सियां दिख रही थी। तो वापस तो 10 किलोमीटर आगे से भी जाना था, तो 10 किलोमीटर पीछे से निर्णय ले लिया कि वापस चले। जितने भी टीवी हैं, बजाय इसके कि वो दिखाते कि जी प्रधानमंत्री गए और टोटल पंडाल खाली था, उन्होंने उस बात को मोल्ड करके सिक्योरिटी पे डाल दिया कि जी ये मेरी लाइफ को खतरा हो गया।
Meanwhile, a news video has now surfaced, adding an even more glaring angle to the entire security lapse surrounding the Prime Minister's convoy, and we're going to show it to you now. India Today has accessed a video which clearly shows the lapse in the Prime Minister's security, perhaps even more clearly than all of the other videos that, of course, you saw on India Today first. The new video shows protesters on the flyover blocking the Prime Minister's convoy. He was stuck amidst the protests for 20 minutes at a location which is just 10 kilometers from the international border with Pakistan. But the war of words between the Punjab government and the centre obviously continues. Punjab government has claimed that the Prime Minister's route was changed at the last minute. The Modi government says that the Punjab government is informed of this route change. So there's no question of last minute. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Channi, you've just heard, has claimed that protesters were removed from the route early in the morning. The centre claims the Punjab government allowed the protesters back on that flyover. Else, how could those people have gathered there and posed to block the route? And as always, with every hour that passes, we'll be bringing you an update into the investigation that's happening in a multi-pronged fashion. There's an investigation happening at the state level and also at the central level. Let's get you a full update on that. A Home Ministry team was at the spot earlier today taking stock of the situation. We had the first images as always. The Home Ministry has also summoned Punjab's Director General of Police, Siddharth Chattopadhyay, to Firozpur, along with 13 other police officials of different ranks. An FIR has also been registered in the case. Sources tell India Today that the centre could use the SPG Act, it's a very stringent act, against Punjab police officers and summon them to Delhi for this alleged security lapse. The centre is mulling action against erring Punjab officials under provisions of the SPG Act. According to sources, opinion is also being taken if officers can be acted against under Section 14 of the SPG Act, which deals with the responsibility of states for Prime Minister's security. The centre's action could entail summoning officials to Delhi. The Punjab Chief Secretary has also sent a report about the sequence of events to the centre. According to sources, the report mentions that extra manpower was deployed in the wake of protests which were happening across Punjab. The protests had been referred to as spontaneous in the Chief Secretary's report. Home Minister Amit Shah, meanwhile, has set up a 3-member panel to probe the lapses which led to the Prime Minister convoy getting blockaded. The panel comprises Secretary of Security Sudhir Saxena, Joint Director Intelligence Bureau Balbir Singh, and Inspector General of the Special Protection Group S. Suresh.